Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pennsylvania Berwind. We are still up here at Mill Creek doing some more detailing work. My hopes were to finish off this whole area so we can move on to something else, anywhere else. I'm getting a little burned out from Mill Creek here. But my goal was to finish this off, and unfortunately, although I got a whole lot done, I didn't finish the area, so there might be one more episode here. But if you guys caught Trainz Model Railroad 3.5, my last episode that I released, you'll know that I have been interviewing for a job for quite some time, and that job is 6 hours away from where I live. And this has been going on for about a month. I've been driving out there and back for interviews and to visit the place, and this, that, and the other thing. So my time has been very limited, and along on top of that, I've been just working full time. So I did the most that I could to get this episode to you guys. I think you're going to enjoy it. We got a lot of really cool detail work done here. So let's dive right in and take a look at what we got going on here. As per Jake, he had mentioned that a lot of these facilities, these coal mine facilities, would have some kind of a medical facility on site. So that's what I'm putting in here, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm happy with the spot that I stuck it in. Maybe some better ambulance assets would have been good. I kind of don't like the back doors open on the one that's in front of the building, but it still works. It looks cool. I don't mind it too much. If there is one with doors closed, that would look a little bit better to me. But just those couple of fire trucks and the ambulances there, I think it would get the job done for a facility of this size. So I think that that's pretty cool. Here I'm throwing in some scenery just to kind of break it up a little bit. As I've stated before, I've never been to a facility like this, but I would imagine that there's not going to be a ton of just cement concrete all over the place. There's going to be some scenery detail somewhere. Generally, landscape architects and engineers like that like to break up the industrial feel at least a little bit with some kind of natural scenery. So I tried to work that in here as best as I could where it made sense. But overall, I got a lot done in this episode. A lot of parking spaces, a lot of areas for trucks and other materials to be loaded and unloaded. Again, I don't really know what type of materials would be coming into this sort of facility. I would imagine maybe drilling bits, like giant drill bits, or like, I don't know, things to fix any mechanical issues that they have, stuff like that. So this area here, I imagine, is some kind of a trucking facility to bring in all of those pieces and equipment that would be needed to support such a thing. And again, some of these buildings are part of the Gray Wolf coal mine, the asset that I used here. So I was just trying to work with what I had while adding some other buildings that would also complement it and make sense. So just looking at this one building that was fixed here and part of the Gray Wolf mining company, that seemed to make sense to me that this would be some kind of storage warehouse situation. So that's why I'm putting some tractor trailers in here and getting that kind of a look. And I'm pretty happy with that. I think it came out pretty good. It's a good use of the space, in my opinion. So yeah, guys, about that job interview, good news, I got the job. I got it. So what that means, though, is that I'm going to have to move. Before the end of the month, I have to move my entire life in this apartment that I've been living in for 10 years, and I have to move it to the opposite side of New York State. So it's going to be crazy. So the bad news, unfortunately, is that I'm afraid that might have a bit of an effect on the content that I can produce for you guys between now and then. So I'm going to tell you real quick what my game plan is while we watch what I'm doing here with the trucking facility. My plan is to bulk record maybe 2, if I could get 3 episodes of Trainz Model Railroad done. The reason that I'm going to focus on that is because it's a smaller scale than the P&B, HO scale, instead of real life scale. So I'm going to focus in on that for a little bit and get as much done as I can, bulk record a few episodes, so that way when I am in the process of moving, I can have some stuff pre-uploaded and available for you guys so that there's not a huge break in content. But that might also mean that some of the episodes might be a little bit shorter. They might almost only be time lapses. I'm not too sure. It really depends on what I can get done in the amount of time that I'm going to have available. I will try to get another episode of P&B out between now and then. I just can't give any promises. I might do a small, shorter episode where we kind of come in and do some stuff in live mode. Maybe put down some, I don't know, switch stands or frogs, do some detailing, and just do it all in live mode. I'm not too sure. I don't know I've been living in my apartment for 10 years, so I have no idea what it's going to take to pack it up and move it out. This is 10 years of my life that I'm going to have to box up. It's blowing my mind to actually think about it, to be honest with you. But I'm going to try to keep the content coming. So just bear with me in the meantime if you guys don't hear from me for a little bit, and it looks like there's a break in some of my content. It's not because I'm not making videos anymore. I am probably just going to be in the middle of moving. And that's something that you could also check on my Twitter and my Snapchat. I will keep updates flowing on there, so stay tuned to that. If you're not subscribed there or follow me in either one of those, it's approach_medium. Find me there, and that'll be some updates for what is going on in my life and why there's no content, or why there is content, whatever. We'll see what happens. That's all I can say. All right, so back to the mine company here. I actually had to remind myself a few times that I'm not playing City Skylines, that I'm detailing areas that the player is never going to go to. So actually towards the end of this, I stopped myself because I was in the back of one of these buildings putting down trucks and stuff that you're never ever really going to see unless you go looking for it. And it's a cool thing to put down if you want to, add some level of detail and explore a map. I actually really like that idea. It gives you like another layer to explore and check out. But at the same time, if the game has to render in those assets, there's going to be issues with lag for people who have lower end computers. I'm already worried about how this is going to impact some of you guys who don't have really great computers, because my computer's not great, but I have a lot of like grasses and smaller detail stuff that I feel like are probably going to impact performance a little bit for lower end computers. But I'm sure you guys will give me the feedback once this route does come out eventually in the future. So also speaking about future release, I have been chatting with one of my subscribers here who has been making a P&B skin for a couple of locomotives, and he's been working on that, and it's got me inspired to do it myself. So in the future, hopefully before I release the phase 1 of this map, there might be some rolling stock and some locos to go along with it. So if I can't make it, this other guy, he might make it. Maybe we're going to collaborate together and both make it happen. But he has this idea he sent to me, kind of based on the Milwaukee, was it Milwaukee? The orange paint scheme, Milwaukee paint scheme, I think it was. And it just looks so perfectly P&B. So I'm really excited. I hope to have that soon, and at the very least, I hope to have it by the time that I can release this map in the future, because that is going to be a super awesome asset to have, because this is, after all, supposed to be a short line. So it'd be really cool if they had their own motive power, and if it was all like secondhand, used, mixed, mashed up equipment. I just love that idea. F units and E units, hauling freight, and old, I don't even know, RS units, old GP units, early SD units. I might sound like I'm speaking another language here, but I'm really excited about that. So that's something that I also hope to include with this map once it gets closer to completion. And speaking of other things that go along with this map, Bill M., the original visionary of this route, the Pennsylvania Berwind, is back. And he's watching my videos, so hey, Bill. So other people out there, leave a comment for Bill, say hi. Thank him for coming up with the original vision for this. Again, I am only just reimagining what he had made back in Trainz 2004. But he is back. We're talking with him. There is a thread going on the Trainz forum. I will put a link down in the description. Hopefully I remember to do that. He has re-uploaded the paperwork that is associated with this map. So the paperwork explains what industries are online, what types of freight equipment they accept, what their goods are in and out, everything, mileage, track maps, everything that you would need to know to operate this layout realistically. I'll put the link down in the description. It is absolutely worth a look, a read. It is several pages long, but you guys, I'm telling you right now, when this map first came out and he uploaded all that paperwork to go with it, it pretty much changed my life, and that's what really got me so inspired to work on this map and bring it back to you guys, bring it back to the community in a new form, a new shape, a new life. So go check those out. I will leave the link, and I think that's just about all I have to talk about during the time lapse. So you guys enjoy some of the music and enjoy the visuals for the rest of the time lapse. We'll be coming back with a little bit of cinematics, a few cinematics, and my outro will do a little bit of live mode stuff. All right, so I'll see you there. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that time lapse and the cinematics that I shot there. I did spend a little bit of time on it. Not too much I want to go over with you guys in this last little bit, this outro. I did want to mention, I forgot to say it before, some of you were asking me what my new job is going to be doing. I will be producing documentary style educational video content at a college. So doing something very similar to what I'm doing here without so much of the building. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I'm really excited to get started at that. Actually shooting videos and getting paid for it for once. So that'll be cool. All right, so a couple things that I want to note in here. Future stuff to do. I guess the first thing is that I didn't get to do was the substation, the power substation. I plan to put that over here, kind of out of the way. I kind of pictured that as something that wouldn't be right so close to anything that could maybe catch fire if there was ever, an electrical problem or whatever. So I kind of pictured it over here. I didn't get to it. Like I said, I ran out of time. I also need to do something in here. I started to do some scenicking. I'm not really sure what I could throw in here. Maybe a few trees and stuff like that. I didn't want to overdo it. And again, back this way, this is what I was talking about when I said I was starting to put stuff in places that you're never gonna see it. This is like some city skyline stuff here. I can't be doing that. I'm wasting frames. So I cut myself off there, but I'll probably put at least a few things back here, just in case there's ever a camera view from over here or something like that. Let's see. Other than that, the other thing that we need to do before we totally exit out of Mill Creek is finish off Main Street, and this will be probably pretty similar to how I did Old Town. Yeah, Old Town. Right? Old Town and Vonnie, both of them. So I'll have to get to that. It shouldn't take me too much time to do that, so that'll be in the next episode if I decide to do the next episode here or do it someplace else. And then also just kind of bringing the scenery in around everything as appropriate, and kind of blend it in. Again, like this is just a big empty area here. We got plenty of big empty areas over here as well, so a little bit of work there. What else? Oh, so another thing that I wanted to mention is that these sidings here were double-ended. I decided to eliminate that and just have it single-ended, just for operational sake. And I thought it looked kind of cool if there was some hopper cars parked there. And one thing maybe you guys can help me out with too, with these Atlas crossings, is I might have to do just a video on this by itself. But if I have these triggers here to activate these crossings, it's a double-track crossing. If there's a train on these tracks and there's a train on these tracks too, how is that affected if these triggers are both set to the same number to go off? So you know what, let me just do another video on it. If you know what I'm talking about, leave me a comment and let me know what the fix would be for that, but maybe that'll be a different video. And then lastly, I did put, if we could see through all the smoke here, at your guys' suggestion, you told me where to find the stairs. So I found them on the download station, also made by Dave Snow. And I picked the ones that seemed to match the appropriate buildings, and I put them in. It was very time consuming, but they are all there, and it looks pretty sharp. I dig it. It definitely completes it. So guys, thanks for pointing me in the right direction to get those assets, because that definitely made a huge difference. Yeah, so I guess the next episode, I don't know what it's going to be, because I'm probably going to be in the process of moving. I'm also approaching 1,000 subscribers, and I was going to do a 1,000 subscriber special, and I can almost guarantee that I'm going to hit 1,000 subscribers while I'm in the middle of my move and not able to do a special video. So if that happens, I'm gonna have something. I'll make something happen. So even if I have to do a video like where I'm sitting in a pile of boxes or something like that and just saying thank you to you guys. So that's gonna be a thing that's gonna happen soon. And other than that, this is where we're at. This is Mill Creek coal, PBS coal. It's coming along pretty nicely, I think. Yeah, all right, so that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next episode. Take care.